We're joined by David Bossie, Corey Lewandowski, former campaign workers for President Trump and now authors of a new book called Let Trump Be Trump, which is their account of what happened in 2016. Gentlemen, thank you for being here.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
What does Donald Trump Jr. have to worry about with this testimony? What does the president have to worry about with this ongoing investigation?
Look, I think the president has no liability in this whatsoever. You know, Bill, I was there for a long time, sat next to the candidate. Never once did he collude, cooperate, or coordinate with Russia. It just never happened. I was there. It never happened.
You're saying collusion?
I'm saying cooperation, coordination, contacting, zero. There was nothing.
So then, David, if you're going to argue there was no collusion, no evidence of collusion, what about the debate about it shifting toward an obstruction of justice case today?
Look, this is an investigation in search of itself. And I think that it was based on collusion, that the Trump campaign, that the president had some plan to work with Putin directly to make sure he won. It just was a fabrication. It was made up by the fake news divisions across this country, and it's been perpetrated by them. And so this investigation has been going on nearly 18 months, Bill. Not one scintilla of evidence to show anything to do with it. So now they're veering off into these other things. There's no evidence that the president did anything wrong.
We don't know how long or far this goes or how far it runs. But Corey just said the president's got nothing to worry about.
I agree with that.
Is that true?
From our standpoint, Corey was there at the beginning of the campaign, ran it for 18 months. I was there for the last couple of months. We never saw anything to do with any of the topics related to this investigation. There's no facts to back it up. That's why you see, and the FBI is doing their due diligence, but this does not come back to the president.
Corey, the text messages, the emails related to the FBI, that's a big part of the story now. What does it tell you about how that branch of government has operated?
Look, I think there are some amazing men and women who work for the FBI. And what we have seen, unfortunately, though, is one or two bad people who had an enormous amount of influence and power over an investigation. Look, let's be clear. They were Trump haters. And they were put in front of an investigation to go after Donald Trump for their own political desire to destroy candidate Trump and now President Trump. This person has changed the language on the Clinton findings. This person interviewed Huma Abedin, and guess what? The rules are different for the Clinton cabal and everybody else. We know unequivocally, let's not kid ourselves, Hillary Clinton 100% either lied to the FBI agent or Huma Abedin did, but there are no charges brought against her. And then what we see is this one FBI agent, or maybe others now, are on a vendetta against our president. That person has to be brought to justice, the FBI agent.
Okay, now, I don't know where we are in this investigation. My sense is we're in the beginning stages. Let's see where it goes. Another topic. Should the president be endorsing Roy Moore for that vote in Alabama next Tuesday? David?
Oh, certainly. The president obviously can do whatever he wants. Look, he needs votes in the United States Senate. If the people of Alabama choose, they've litigated this now for a month in Alabama, and the voters of Alabama get to decide. If they send him here and the United States Senate decides to deal with him once he is here, that's a different story.
Do you see some implications for the party if Roy Moore wins and he goes to Congress and he's serving in the Senate?
Well, yeah, I see implications.
How do they deal with that?
Because Al Franken is there. Look, this place is full. We have members in the mainstream media who are not, we wouldn't even be talking about this. You know, this is a big deal across the country now because of what's gone on in Hollywood, what's gone on at the networks, what's going on Capitol Hill with taxpayer money being used as a slush fund to pay off, you know, the accusers. It's outrageous, and I'm glad the conversation.
These are very important matters. You're right. Yesterday, cabinet meeting well, it wasn't a cabinet meeting, but the president had a number of senators with him and talked about it the following way. And he said this.
I think he's going to do very well. We don't want to have a liberal Democrat in Alabama, believe me. We want strong borders. We want stopping crime. We want to have the things that we represent, and we certainly don't want to have a liberal Democrat that's controlled by Nancy Pelosi and controlled by Chuck Schumer.
I don't know if viewers caught it, but sitting to his left is the Arizona Senator Jeff Flake. And hours after that meeting, he cut a check to the Democrat for $100.
That's a bold gift.
I know you guys think that Jeff Flake's part of the swamp, et cetera, and that's what the president has railed against. What do you think of that move and then tweeting this out later in the day, country over party, Corey?
Look, Jeff Flake has been a problem for the administration because he has put himself over the country for a long time. He has made himself a national brand so that he can go and do what is best for Jeff Flake. And this is another stunt that Jeff Flake is pulling to go and stay relevant in the media. Look, Jeff is leaving the state of Arizona as a U.S. senator, not because he was going to have to run for re-election, because if he did, he would have lost next year. We know that unequivocally, so he's leaving on his own accord, which is the right thing to do.
6 years in the United States Senate, the last 6 years in the U.S. Senate, he's been a big zero for the conservative movement. For him to come out as I'm a conservative movement leader in Washington, D.C., you don't ever see Jeff Flake in a leadership role on any conservative issue whatsoever. For him to do this today is an outrage. For him to stand there and say, I am the leader, the tip of the spear of the conservative movement, is a joke to all conservatives.
It's an interesting book. It's called Let Trump Be Trump. I'll take our viewers to page 15 on the screen. This is the sentences I pulled out, okay? We tell this story without restraint. Loyalty and the unvarnished truth can coexist. In fact, one does not survive without the other. You characterize President Trump in a way that perhaps a lot of people may not see so flattering, given the language that's used in conversation, et cetera. I know you're not backing away from it because I've seen it now in black and white. Did you let him know that you were going to write this account?
Bill, you know what we told the president, what we asked the president? Sir, let us tell the story of your rise. And what we try to articulate in this book is how demanding he is and how the staff failed. Look, Bill, I did my best every day, 18 hours a day, to make things perfect. But guess what? I failed all the time. He deserves, he expects, and he demands perfection. And I tried to give that to him. And when I failed, he told me that doesn't make him a bad person. I'm honored to have had the opportunity to be next to candidate Trump to do the very best I could.
Do you think he'd like this book?
You know, I think it's the truth, and I think you'd like it because this is about him. What we say about this, and everybody should know this. Donald Trump was 99.999% of the campaign, and all the other staff was 0.0001.
I'd agree with that. Final word, David.
No, we think that this is the president's unvarnished story of his rise, the Trump movement that took over the United States last year, and how he defeated Hillary Clinton and the establishment. This is a great book. This is the behind the scenes. And look, because we say he likes to eat cheeseburgers, is not something he's going to
a little KFC. And I'm really enjoying reading this, and I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being here.
Thank you.
Today, okay?
Appreciate it.
Corey Lewandowski, David Bossie. Thanks.
Thanks.